All right, y'all. It is 3:30 in the morning, I believe, and it is what, September 12th. We got the wild top loaded down with stuff. Got a ton of stuff in the back, and this is kind of helping protect it from the wind. Back seat is completely loaded up. I've got all my camera equipment and everything back here. We are headed to the Great Fall Garden Festival in Jemison, Alabama. Got 4 pomegranates. We're taking for Tracy and Jason. I'm super excited for this trip. Taking some figs as well. We're about to drive through a hurricane, or drive through the aftermath of what a hurricane did. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Hopefully most of the highways in Louisiana aren't flooded, but we'll find out when we get on I-10. So I'll catch up with y'all on the first pit stop. All right, just stopped here in Iowa, not Iowa the state, but Iowa town in Louisiana. We'll be going into Lafayette and Baton Rouge soon. I had this birdhouse or bird feeder in the back seat and was rattling, so I got to take it out of the back seat. But we're about to get into Lafayette and Baton Rouge soon, and I'm worried that some of the gas stations might not have power. I spoke to a buddy of mine who is in Baton Rouge, and he's been without power since about 9 o'clock last night. So I want to make sure I'm fueled up. So I got fuel, got out and stretched my legs. I just want to get through this area and into the Mississippi and going towards Alabama, and not be worried about flooding and being able to get fuel. So we're fueled up. The wild top is holding up really well. The wild top, this fabric camper top, is holding up really well. Been going like 75, 80 miles per hour. It's been doing great. All the plants and everything back there are doing really well. So very impressed with it so far, but we're going to get back on the road. Hopefully I don't need to stop for another 2 hours. My plan is to stop like about every 2 hours. The first thing I noticed in the Baton Rouge Lafayette area were all the linemen and tree trimming trucks getting to work cleaning up the roads and getting everybody's power back on. So shout out to Louisiana for being prepared for this hurricane and really responding to emergency, and man, it was smooth sailing all the way to Mississippi. Well, I just stopped here on the Mississippi line. Had to use the bathroom. Actually really nice, well-tended bathrooms here, the rest stops. Wanted to check on everything in the back. I got this wild top a while back, honestly, and I specifically wanted a top for this trip. I knew I was going to drive into Alabama, and I didn't want to buy a big fiberglass top. They're really expensive. I think this was the only one I found that had like the actual heavy-duty metal frame on it. You can see it's this size metal all the way around it, and it's got the canvas top. And these are made in Australia. And I wanted one of these because I'm carrying more plants and stuff, and I wanted to be able to keep everything dry and keep everything from getting whipped so hard by the wind. Nothing's whipping at all. It hasn't been an issue, like it hasn't been whipping or anything like that. So this has turned out really nice. And you can roll up all 3 windows. You can roll them all up, and they have magnets to hold them up. I'm very pleased with how well this has worked out. I did have a trailer in front of me that had a blowout. No uh-ohs yet. So we're going to be getting on the road here pretty soon and heading to Alabama. We got about 3 hours left. It's a little windy. I got into town a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to here in Montgomery. I've still got 30 minutes or an hour more. Figured check out maybe some local nurseries here in Montgomery. And the one I found was Green Thumb Nursery. They actually got a pretty good selection. Let's walk around and see what they got. This is awesome. I was not expecting this. Oh my God, look at the size of these lantana flowers. I don't think I've ever seen a lantana flower quite this big. Not bad for 41 bucks. I mean, I'm always looking to find new stuff in new areas, try out different varieties and see how it goes. Finally made it to the hotel. Got everything unloaded. Things are the most luggage I've ever had on me. Gonna go unload, charge all my cameras. So it's been raining non-stop since I got here to Alabama. I think what I'm gonna do is call it early tonight. We're supposed to meet at Petals in the Past. I think it's throughout the entire day. You can pretty much show up whenever you want. So, all right, guys. It is Friday morning, the 13th. It's Friday the 13th. Didn't realize that. But we are headed downstairs. Make sure my door closes. We're gonna go do some running around. I think this morning we don't have to be at Petals at the Past until about after lunch. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is going to Birmingham area and check out some other nurseries in the area until after lunch. And then we will go from there. Ready to get the day started. I'm hungry. The coffee sucked in the hotel room. The good news is we weren't robbed in the middle of the night, which is always a good thing. Let's get on the road. Let's find some meat, and then I'll catch up with y'all. So we're in Birmingham, and I found this place called Collier's. Let's go inside and check it out.
Let the sunshine in.
That is really nice. Look at this staghorn, though. Wow. We were just talking about this on the podcast the other day. That sometimes these staghorns get so big and the owner will die. They live for a long time and the relatives don't know how to care for them. So people take them back to the nurseries and donate them to the nurseries. 1962, pretty good selection. All right, we're at the next nursery called Leaf and Petal. More downtown, I guess. They love their hydrangeas here in Alabama. Lots of cool pots. I think that's a bonsai over here. It's pretty neat. All right, so this place looks pretty promising. This is called The Shop. This is like downtown, like hipster downtown. Really cool. I love the greenhouse. I don't know, bungalow style. Look at that greenhouse. This is a really cool pot. It's a bottom watering pot. You can pull the top up, put your water in there and the roots. Wow, at the bottom, that is really cool. That was a really cool store. Definitely come check this place out. We're at the 4th nursery of the day. We're at Andy's Creekside Nursery. Big old white pumpkin. Ew. I think something's wrong with these pumpkins. I always try to say hi to the nursery people, introduce myself, and that way they don't get upset with me when I'm recording video and stuff. These are always really cool. I don't know what these are called. They're called Hurt My Leg When I Bump Up Against It. Madagascar palm, that's what it's called. And stuff like that, it might be called a Madagascar palm, and it might not even actually be a palm. Like it might just be called a palm for shorthand. Andy's Creekside Nursery. Creekside because they're beside a creek, which makes sense. I don't know what town we're in, but we're at Myers Plants and Pots. Reminds me of like American Pickers. Wow. I love the like almost Japanese garden aesthetic of this place. A lot of maples. I mean, bonsai dudes would be very, very jealous. So if you see stuff like this, and they're in like half full pots, it's usually for root training for bonsai. They'll put them in either shallower pots or only fill the pot up a certain depth to get the roots to kind of be trained like that. They don't want the roots to go down. They want them to kind of go out. You can definitely tell they're used to being hand fed. It's getting a little bit late in the day. Let's get stuff loaded up. We're gonna head back. All right, we're at Petals in the Past. This is the place where the meetup is happening. I thought I was gonna be setting up my tent today, but it looks like we might have some bad weather coming tonight. I'm over here by Jason from Cog Hill, where his camper's at. I'll just get here a little earlier tomorrow, about 7. Let's go check out what they got from Petals. Got my rain jacket on in case it starts raining. Lots of cool stuff. Really cool place. So they got people here tomorrow. They're got a tent set up with everything. Beautiful little courtyard area they've got here. Really nice. They've got muscadine grapes growing on the vine out here. A lot of milkweed for the native pollinators, it looks like. See, some people have already got their tent set up here. There's gonna be like 20 different vendors here tomorrow for the Great Fall Garden Festival. But I want to go look and see if there's anything I need to buy before tomorrow. Might be some goodies I need to get before everybody else gets here. So let's go check it out. So they have a little garden over here with some pumpkins, maybe squash, probably pumpkins. There's the mockingbird. No matter whether you're in Texas or Alabama, the mockingbird will haunt you. The Turk's cap, the first bit of Turk's cap I've seen here in Alabama. It's really nice though. The bees and the hummingbirds get nuts Turk's cap. Tons of different varieties of rosemary. We got some bronze fennel. Tons of rosemary. And this is the blue basil. I got a bunch of this in my house. I didn't even buy the blue basil for me. I bought it for the pollinators though. Bees go nuts for the freaking basil. You want to bring in bees, definitely get you some basil. Oh, look at the size of that bumblebee. Look how many bumblebees are on that. That is insane. It's like 3 different kinds of bumblebees on that. We got some peppers as well. Some big rosemary. Oh, it's in the greenhouse. Some more olives. I've seen a ton of olive plants on here. Oh, wow. Wow, this is cool. These are neat little bromeliads. Oh, wow, those are cool looking. I don't know that I need more bromeliads, but those are cool. Hey, they got some desert roses here. I was not thinking they were going to have any. This is Adenium obesum. They already got them in terracottas. Nice. These are bright pink flowers. If you don't know this already, I'm really into desert roses. They're probably all the same color. Yeah, usually they come in like a pink to white. They're really beautiful. They handle the heat pretty well. They got some staghorns, some ferns, some begonias, all kinds of cool stuff. Christmas cactuses. Hasn't full on started raining on me yet. Those are cool looking. Try to grow something in one of those. That'd be really cool. I got bonsai pots too. That's awesome. Love how they got everything divided up really nicely. Oops. Almost tripped. I got the weakest ankles in the world. I trip and fall all the time. Constantly tripping and falling. Chinese fringe. That's a whole lot to look at. Look at them hydrangeas. I love seeing hydrangeas. I've got some goldfish. It's thundering a little bit. Might have to make a run for it. Hey, I got a greenhouse I can hide in while it's raining. Beautiful greenhouses. Other stuff out there too. Wow. I don't know if I can even go through all this in one afternoon. Good thing I'm here tomorrow too. More hydrangeas. These are ground orchids. I don't know anything about ground orchids. Looks like the kitten whiskers. It's turning pretty good. I might need to pack it up. I'd like to go shower and change. I've only been to like 5 different nurseries already today. 6. This is 6th one, I think. See y'all back in the hotel. I have these plants in the truck for a couple days, or at least a day. I brought them upstairs and put them on the windowsill in the hotel room. Hope they don't mind. All right, it is about 6:15 or so on Saturday morning. Look outside and it has been steady raining all night. I'll probably be the only person in a hotel room that's got plants on the windowsill. We're gonna do this thing rain or shine. I got some snacks and some drinks and stuff. Yesterday, I didn't set up the tent because they said that there was gonna be storms last night. They were worried it was gonna blow away. So I didn't set up my tent, so now I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do it in the rain. Hope this doesn't affect the turnout. You hate to have driven 700 miles for no reason. But I've already had a pretty good time. Alright, y'all, we are at Petals. It doesn't look too wet here. It's sprinkling a little bit, but it's not raining real heavy or anything like that. We're going to pull up and get situated. They got their camper right here, and then I'm right there. So we're going to unload our tent, get it set up, all of our stuff, and then we'll be good to go. I'm going to attempt to put the camera out and do like a little time lapse of my setup, but I don't know if the weather is going to allow. I don't want my camera to get all wet. Just sprinkling a little bit. I got the muscadine grapes behind us. This is the Cog Hill camper where they're going to be selling all their stuff, and I'll be right here next to them. Probably going to set my tent up right there. But yeah, come on out. This is come on out. Keep saying come on out like this is a live feed. No, this is going to come out like a week later. I went to Walmart Thursday night. I got tent stakes. We got the pop-up tent. I might not need the stakes, but I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the bottom out. Hello.
I'm hoping 4 hands are there.
Sign it here. Yeah, I don't know if I need to be in. All right, so we got our booth set up. Got the banner, the Nelson Plant Food banner in the back. We've got Nelson Plant Food Color Star and vegetable food here. We got my stickers. I'm selling my stickers for $3 a piece. Got Swale soils. They can find everything on this table by scanning this QR code right there. Got the Nelson Plant Food back here. Got Texas Garden Guy hats. Finally available. You can get them online through that link as well. I ordered some bulk to have here. We got the Charles Dowding seed starting trays, and then my buddies over at King's Yard. I love their freaking bird feeders. And then we got my power planter, which I haven't got to use yet, but I'm really excited. I want to show off because it's so badass. I love it. I was able to park right here, which is nice. And then if it starts raining, I don't want to have to grab all my stuff real quick and then run. I got my time-lapse camera right here in the corner. I even zip-tied a power bank right here to hold on to it. We got Jason over here setting up, selling his honey. How cool is that? That is a cool display. You feel the vibration on the plexiglass. So weird.
Getting out.
I know.
Make him mad.
I look like a bear, so they're gonna go right for me. Goat soap.
Oh, you did?
The brought them so faded and messed up. And I was like,
Slicked him up.
well, it was.
I wonder. Look,
Want
for
coffee.
this, I don't know. That might not.
Pumpkin spice coffee. Oh, they got the coffee mugs now. Wow, those turned out really cool. All right, so the event is about to start here shortly. I think they went ahead and opened the gates. Quite a few people are here already. Got Brooke and Jason over here. Meeting and greeting. I think I actually might see some sunshine. $11 and we've got a lot of people here. We've had very mild weather. Rain has not been bad. Sold a couple hats, sold a couple stickers, plenty of my samples of Nelson Plant Food. It's been a really good time. Everybody's been really nice, really awesome, and happy to be here. The bees were swarming. They had a bee box over here, and I guess the scent or whatever attracted some of the bees that are in hives in the nursery, in the orchard. So it kind of freaked me out there for a minute. Other than that, it's been great. Having a great time. Everybody's been super awesome. Well, I literally just said the weather's been pretty good, and less than 5 minutes later, it's raining. It's tail off. Just trying to protect everything from getting super wet. I'm glad I brought the pop-up tent. So it is pretty much gone from bad to worse. It's lightened up a little bit, but it is soaking wet. I mean, the water's draining. It is kind of cool. You can kind of see the way they've got the swales on their orchard. It's really neat, actually. The water will sit, cascade over, and go to each row on that hill, that's cool to see. Kind of wish it didn't rain today. I don't know. I'm just a little disheartened at this point. Maybe this will light up. We'll see how this goes. Well, I guess it's not gonna rain anymore. We actually got blue skies now. This is crazy. This has been the wildest weather ever. Now, I'm from Texas. This has been so bizarre. Like, all the water was rushing off the road and down to these swales. Man, today's been so crazy. I was not expecting it to stop raining. I thought it was just gonna keep going. Hopefully it stays like this for a while. It's been really nice. Quite a few people here.
They have to have, the ability to not super fight for resources. You want that diversity. That's good for the bees too. So same with honeybees, having a diversity and being in different places where they're not.
Definitely want to go finish walking and looking around the nursery. It's just been wet. I feel like a wet towel after someone dried themselves off in the shower. I feel damp. I just feel super damp right now. I packed up a couple things. Whatever will get ruined if it starts raining like really quick. That's what I kind of put away, but it's a great time. Alabama is beautiful and the people have been wonderful.
That's a divine protection looks like. We're keeping them away from lunch.
Keep them over here next to me.
But her tongue is trying to penetrate that wax, and she'll find an opening. Maybe she'll open it with her mandibles, and then she'll start consuming it just like she would consume nectar. They'll take that back to their hive.
Wow. It's like a bunch of thugs.
I'm telling you what. We call them robber bees, and that's a term.
Starting to wind down a little bit. These are all muscadine grapes. And I actually could see it when it was raining really hard. When the water when it's raining, the water drains here, and it kind of, they call it a swale. So the water is going to collect right here and settle for a second, and then it's going to flow out. Whatever doesn't get absorbed is going to flow out and go down to the next berm in this swale. And some of that water is going to get absorbed here, and then it's going to go down and down and down, all the way down to that pond where the water is going to collect. And then you can actually pump the water back up here and water the plants with the water from the pond, so you're not wasting water. It's really cool. I love this idea. There's no hills where I live. It's all flat, so it's hard to do something like this. I got everything loaded up. It has been a long day. I'm ready for like a hot meal and a shower. I feel so gross. What a fun time this has been. You know, even if it rains, nasty outside, it's still a good time. It's still so much fun. Finally some nice weather. Now that everybody's gone, I can actually shop. I did a little bit of shopping already this weekend. Unless something just knocks my socks off, I really don't probably need much more. I got the rock roses. Are these rock roses? Brazilian rock rose. I don't have this color. Unbelievable. I literally just said, I gotta find something that knocks my socks off, and there's a Brazilian rock rose. I don't have the Brazilian one. Mine look a lot different from this. These are beautiful. I don't have this variety. I'm gonna have to get at least one of these. You don't necessarily need one with the blooms on it. I wanna find a healthy one with a thick trunk. Oh yeah. The thick trunk on that one. I think I was in here yesterday, but it was raining its tail off. Kind of was rushing through. Do one pass through. See if there's anything I can't live without. These are cool looking. I think I know what this is. I forget the name though. My wife specifically told me not to bring anything big home, so can't get anything too crazy. Oh, that's a cool idea. With the fences, the galvanized fencing to hold up the trees. That's actually a really cool idea. Oh, they got figs. It's like a decent sized fig orchard out here. Ton of figs. Bill's figs. Eat your heart out, man. Look at all these fig trees, dude. This is insane. Everybody's packing up. We'll be heading home back to Houston in the morning. So I went ahead and got the rock rose. Kind of taking it easy. I'm kind of exhausted, honestly, from this whole weekend. Got the truck loaded up. We're just going to talk to some people, and this has been an amazing event. So much fun, even with the weather the way it is. A lot of people stuck around and showed up even though the weather was going to be bad. So just go back to the hotel room, kind of getting myself situated for tomorrow. I kind of wish some things had been a little bit different, like the weather, and spent more time in this hotel room than I probably would have liked. It took me around 12 hours to get here, around 800 miles traveled so far. I'm freaking mentally exhausted. Catch up with y'all in the morning. All right, I woke up way later than I wanted to this morning. We're gonna load everything up and hit the road. We're gonna see how it goes on the way home. We may end up stopping maybe in a nursery or two if I have the energy. We were making one pit stop. I found a place in Slidell called the Garden Spot Nursery, and we're gonna go in here and check and see what they got. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Just a second for you. Definitely need that. I've been on the road for about 4 hours now. I'm definitely need that. I love these boxes. I actually just got one of these in Alabama. I bought one of these. We got some Portulacaras here. That's a desert rose. Oh my goodness. Would you look at this? Let's get this on the table and check it out. Look at that Codex though. This is a 3-gallon pot. Oh. Oh my God. Bursting at the seams. Oh, that's a bad boy in there. Yes, yes. I'm getting it. All right, so I gotta say, this place was probably best nursery I've been to in the entire trip. This one takes the cake. Found out this is a 3rd generation owned nursery. I met the owner and his wife. We are gonna be coming back here in the spring. I guarantee it. Y'all wanna see a meetup? Put it in the comments down below and I will come back to Louisiana and visit with y'all Louisianimals. Finally back in Texas. Just made it home, pulled in the driveway, and so happy to be home. Got truck full of plants, pots. I'll probably be doing a bunch of videos. I'm guessing I'll have about 8 or 9 videos out of this entire trip. If I put them all together and did just one big video, it'd be about an hour and a half long. So I think we're gonna break it up a little bit. Plan on doing another one in the spring. I'm gonna make a whole playlist called the Great Alabama Nursery Tour. That's what it's gonna be called. All of the individual nurseries, but I got a ton to unload. What an adventure. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and see you on the next one.